microphone's working. Right, everyone, WeaponCollector here. Right, I'm just off camera just for a second, but I'll still be here. So yeah, I'll be streaming for a couple of hours, maybe. I don't know, might even do till 12, depending. Hang on. I put the Vaseline on my lips. I don't want to sit there doing it on camera. Right, Rich. Right, Jim. Yeah. So I might be on till 12 tonight. We'll see. I'll see what happens. I would have stayed on longer last night, but I had to help someone. I couldn't. But chances are tonight I may not need to. Freddie, Krylon, you right? Can you hear me all right? Zed, you right? Yeah, what happened last night was I had to go and help my dad, basically. And when I unplugged the microphone, plugged it back in, it wouldn't recognise it. Machine Head, you right, mate? Thank you for joining Patreon recently. You should see your name on there now. So thank you, mate. Peach, you right? Jim, you right? How you doing, mate? Yeah, I'm all right. I've had a weird day today. I haven't really done a lot. But yeah, thank you, Machine Head. That means a lot. Anyone who does the Patreon stuff does actually massively help this channel. You'll be surprised how many projects that I've done that wouldn't have happened if it wasn't for the Patreon supporters. So yeah, cheers, mate. Yes, what's everyone been at? What have I done today? Not a lot, really. Right, Bob. I was gonna do a video, but then I thought there's no point really if I'm gonna do a live stream. Problem with YouTube is when you if you put more than like 2 videos on in a day, one of the videos never gets any views. Bit like this stream at the minute, it's not got anyone coming on. Bet this hasn't sent the notifications out. Now I've got a loading thing on my thing. It's all right. Yeah, I ain't done a lot today. I fell asleep at one point at 5 o'clock till 7:30. Beach said work was so boring today. Fucking hell. Yeah, it was a nightmare, innit? You still got to go to work. JBO said, how is everyone today? I don't say I'm all right. A little bit tired. I'm not tired. You know when you sort of haven't woke up properly? I think it's that. You know what I mean? Let's get dinner out the way straight away, shall we? So I had a homemade Chinese today. Sweet and sour chicken balls, like some vegetable noodles and some spring rolls. Will, you right, mate? You did get a notification, did you, Zed? That's weird that not a lot of people are on, isn't it? Rita said, not done much today. My throat and lungs have felt dry, so just slept in. Weirdly enough, for about a week now, I've had a weird, dry, sort of sore throat. But it's not developed anywhere than that. Friends said I got notified, but it was on another stream. So that might be why I got notified. Could be. Right, Bristol. Right, Alexander, he said, hey, bro, can you upload some new videos about your transitions? I'll have to look into that. I'll have to see what I've still got, because the problem is I ain't got a lot of my transitions anymore, because quite a few of them was made illegal recently. So I've only got, well, my truncheon collection's a lot smaller than it was anyway, put it that way. Yeah, chow mein, did you? Nice. Yeah, the sort of noodle thing I had was pretty much like a homemade chow mein. It was noodles with peas, carrots, sweet corn, mushrooms, sweet and sour sauce, bit of peanut oil. Yeah, just fancy the, you know. China Emperor, you right, mate? Good to see you on. Fred said, just played Red Dead all day. Okay, have all week. Nice. Yeah, good. That's a good game, isn't it? Worth playing. Yeah, I love a bit of Red Dead. I am tempted to start that again soon, stream it. Jim's been sleeping badly lately, so I had a couple of codeine. Might not be awake too long. Yeah, like I say, yeah, last couple of days I've been sleeping all right, but at one point I was having, right, put it this way, one night last week I had 3 full-on jerk out of bed nightmares in a row. So yeah, jerked out of bed, nightmare, went back to sleep, done it again, went back to, yeah, in one fucking night. I think they're sort of stress Stress nightmares. But this is the funny thing, though. In the end, it must have been getting to the stage where I wasn't fully asleep and I could take control of it. And the very last one, I was getting haunted by a ghost in my front room. And in the end, I got so pissed off, I just ran at the ghost and tried to grab it. And I think I did grab it. I think at the point I grabbed it, I woke up then. But yeah, I was getting frustrated in my dreams that I have very weird dreams where I'm like killing people with hammers and shit quite often. I'm stabbing people in the neck with knives. Just dreams, but yeah. Gregory, you right, mate? Pete said just had a Just Eat lamb shawarma thing for lunch and what's that? Fernie for breakfast. Never for dessert. Never heard of that, Pete. And for dinner, I had pie, greens, and potatoes. Nice. That sounds good. Tim, you right, mate? Stug. Bristol said they're dropping like flies. Stay isolated. Sorry, I was laughing at that, but that wasn't funny. Mr. Ginge, right, mate? Bristol Crossbow fan, you right, mate? Good to see you on. I'm new to the live stream, like, so I don't really know what I'm doing. Just wanted to say hello. Nice, that's good. Yeah, my live streams, because there's not a lot of people and I can speak to most people. So yeah, it's good to see you on, mate. Yeah, we just chat about anything really. I have to cover up my bloody guns though for these because you're not allowed to handle guns. Although I'm not actually handling them, I like to cover them up just in case. Right, let's see if I can catch up. Handgun Bushcraft, you right, mate? Oh, that was Mark's trap video, but yes, nice. Daniel said that can be a sign of a fever. Right, I'll look into that. I've been all right though. Freddie said nearly finished. Got it. Oh yeah, I won't. I'm not going to read that just in case. Even that's there. Don't know spoilers for everyone. Right, I'm going to get rid of that, but just so there's no spoilers, you're not in trouble. Pete said the old hammer dream. Yeah, I have that one quite often. Zed said Bristol. I spent ages trying to get bloody blue bottle flies. Ain't that easy to get rid of. Gregory said most of my dreams consist of killing snakes. Yeah, I've never had snakes in my dreams. Ragley 1980, you right, mate? Yeah, there, it's all right. Ain't too bad. Biggest, blackest, you're right. That's a Pakistani dessert, is it, Pitch? I've never heard of it. I'm not massively into desserts, so whenever we go out, I never have a dessert. The Sparrow, right, mate? He said, isolation for 14 days. Mrs. ended up inhaling tea after I told her a joke. And she ended up with a chest infection. We think, for fuck's sake, it's called and they just 24. And they said, yeah, sounds like Corona. Fuck's sake. I think it's all going to sound like Corona at the minute, isn't it, though? Mr. Dean said, where'd you buy air guns? I ain't bought any air guns for years, but if I was going to buy one, I would buy it from Pal Packs now. Yeah. When he said, I had a bloody oven pizza. What a pigeon burger. Yeah, fuck's sake. Need to get one out of the freezer. Bitch, I've got myself an electric scooter. Should be with me Monday. Oh, no, that's good. That'd be good. Yeah, I know a couple of people have had them. Pete said, my dreams, not Pete, Stug said, my dreams are just me falling. I used to have the falling dream all the time when I was a kid. I've not had a falling dream for years. Yeah, most of mine, I have dreams. In my dreams, I quite often still smoke, and I've not smoked since at least 2006. I have sometimes I have recurring dreams I'm in prison, but they're not horrible dreams. They're not nightmares. They're all right. I have dreams. I have quite a lot of dreams where I'm back in school. Yeah. Freddie said, hope there was no sleepwalking with hammers. Yeah, fuck's sake, you imagine. Bing, you right, mate? Good evening, everyone. How was the rest of last night's stream? I had to turn it off because I had to help my dad. Yeah. It fucked up basically. I was going to carry on, but when I unplugged the microphone, plugged it back in, it wouldn't recognise it, so I had to stop it. I might do a late one tonight though. Harper said you should review the Hatsan 130S Q air rifle. I'll have to look into that. I'd have to get one first. Guy Fawkes, right, mate? Well, so he's got his eyes on a Leatherman multi-tool. So I've never had a real Leatherman. Harper, yeah, there should be a few Americans in. Noodles said, I haven't brushed my teeth in 2 days. This coronavirus is making me lazy. Nothing wrong with that, mate. Nothing wrong with that. Drain Gang said, when is Corona lockdown going to be over? Not a couple of weeks, is it? 2 weeks? But yeah, there's a couple of Americans on. Who was on? Let me see. Was Bob on? Yeah, Bob's from America. Who else? But we have quite a few Americans on. Noodles is from America. Ragley is from America. Cheers, Pete. As good as can be, I suppose. But yeah, cheers for asking. Carl, you right, mate? A Krylon as well, yeah. Drinking says from England. Bing said, how's your family relative? I believe it is Paulie Mike. Is she recovering okay? I won't go into too much detail because I don't really want people mentioning it to Mark if he's not said. You know what I mean? But yeah, they're as good as can be. Really, that's about it. Really. That's all I can say. Really, I don't want to go into too much. I don't mind people asking though because I've mentioned it. You know what I mean? But yeah. But it comes up on here, so I have to mention it. You know what I mean? I don't like keep saying, "Oh, you know, making things up that I'm doing." I'd rather just tell the truth. It's easier then. I ain't got to remember what I said the last time. Why I had to start the stream. Jim said, I used to dream that I could levitate. They were awesome dreams as a kid. Now all the zombies and my face peeling off landing on the floor. Like I said, I used to have the levitating one. Me and Malcolm used to be able to do that. Yeah. And I swear to God, it used to feel like I was actually off the bed. I can't do it now. They don't work anymore. I could lay there and I could... No, nothing. Cheers for asking, Bing, by the way. But yeah, I won't say too much just because I don't want to say for Malcolm's benefit, basically, in case people say to him when he's not said about it. You know what I mean? Where am I? Freddie said saw SRS Power on yesterday. Is he often on? I haven't seen him until yesterday. He's on a bit and he's not, sort of thing. He pops in quite often. He's not on every time. A couple of times a month. I don't know. He might watch. Quite a few people watch without joining in, if you know what I mean. They just have a listen. You know what I mean? Not joining in. You know what I mean? But some people like to have a listen. Mr. Jean said, is that a Mossberg on the wall? No, that is a Magtech. Yeah, I don't know how common they are. Magtech, that is. Freddie said, how is Mark? He's all right. He's all right. Len, you right, mate? Brings us understandable, man. Mate, I won't mention it so it doesn't cause any issues. I get what you mean, though. Yeah, because as far as you know what I mean. I don't need to say anymore, do I? But it's all good. But yeah, it's just, I've mentioned it on here that someone's ill because it keeps coming up during the streams. I keep stopping them. And I don't want to keep saying something, some bullshit. I'd rather just tell the truth. Do you know what I mean? He's gone, mate. Bristol. A bit weird of him to warn me first that he was going to do it. If he comes back with loads of multiple accounts, though, someone else might have to have it. I'm in a good mood tonight, so that kind of shit wouldn't bother me tonight. Freddie said, yeah, sometimes I just listen, like when I'm playing Red Dead or lamping some rabbits and rats on the headphones. And I should even listen then. That's good. I love that. Jumping Jew said, can you show the machete you had last night? Which one? The I'll get it out in a minute. Remind me in a second when the chat goes a little bit slower if I catch up. Bing said, cut my hair today, 2 millimeters. Haven't had my hair this short in years. Isolation style. Turned out all right. Luckily, I haven't got a weird shaped head. Nice. Yeah, it's nice to have your hair nice and short. Slim Tar, you right, mate? Watch for your name to come up. Come in. Thank you for supporting me on Patreon, by the way, mate. I really appreciate that. Gregory said, all my dreams consist of killing snakes, World War II, Vietnam, fighting and dying in Afghanistan in the future when I finally become a CPRN specialist. That's a strange combo. I do sometimes have nightmares about massive fucking spiders. Baked potato, hey, am I banned? No, you're not. Massive spiders, but they're not tarantulas. They're like big wolf spiders, about this fucking big. Yeah. Zed said, imagine if your ass was split horizontally instead of vertically. Every time you ran up some stairs, it'd give you a round of applause. I'll try and forget that image. I pictured the whole fucking thing. You know me, I got a good got a very good imagination. So I actually pictured that whole thing. Thanks for the nightmares. Don't sleep well. Kazi, you right, mate? Tim said I'm a sneaky silent listener. Well, I do it with Liam. I listen to most of his. Listen without, without joining in too much. I mod them though. But I'd never shoot nothing. Maybe to stream. While you're listening, you never shoot anything. Yeah, nice. Iron Fist, right, mate? Has anyone been able to buy baked beans? None anywhere in Lincolnshire. I might be stocked up anyway, so I don't need them. You're off, Gregory. See you later, mate. Freddie said I haven't had a dream for ages. My brother-in-law never remembers his dreams. If I have a little bit of a lay-in, I'll have very vivid dreams. Sometimes I said, forgot about that. My eyes are peeled. No problem though. Love the channel. Thank you, mate. It means a lot. Yeah, it should be coming up in a minute if it hasn't already. But if it wasn't for the supporters, a lot of stuff wouldn't happen on this channel. Carl said, if you're banned, you can't see the channel, mate. Baked Potato said, what's your favourite Bond film? I'm not 100% sure. I'll tell you who my favourite Bond is, though. Roger Moore. So any of the Roger Moore ones, probably the first Roger Moore film with Jaws in, probably my favourite one. Ennis said, was in the supermarket today trying to distance myself and people just seem to be walking into me on purpose. A fucking nightmare, isn't it? You think people would have the sense, because the thing is, you could have it. You know what I mean? Why do people not have no sense? Pink said, I pictured that too. Be hard to wipe your ass. It would. You'd have to sort of do it like that, wouldn't you? Sort of sideways. Jennifer, let's go out drinking tonight and go shooting. I wish I was getting old fast. This is getting old fast. I may do a drunk stream next weekend. I can't risk it this weekend because of my ill relative. I have to make sure I'm accessible during the night and early morning. But I've asked one of my other relatives to cover my night shift and morning shift for me next weekend. Baked Potato said Roger Moore was quite old. He was, yeah. What I like about the Roger Moore ones, I like the because they was all done in the 1980s. I tend to like 1980s films, 1980s music. There's something about them. Carl said I was in Tesco's and Super Value, and there was a huge line to get in. Darius, you right, mate? He said, are butterfly knives illegal in UK? Yes, yeah, butterfly knives are illegal to own now. Jim said our Chinese vaginas go sideways. Fuck that. Iron Fist had never watched a Bond film all the way through ever. Wow, that's mad, isn't it? Dave, you right, mate? You know you're not missing out if you haven't, I don't think. And said, if you have a DIAC, which was bought fairly recently, can I wait until March to notify the Home Office, or is that just older DIACs? I think it's the very, very modern ones, the newest ones that have to be registered, but I think you've got till next year, but I may be wrong. I'll have to check the details on that. I've got someone who always notifies me of this kind of stuff, so if there's any change or the deadline's coming, I'll tell you. But I think you've got a while. I think you've got another whole year. Gregory's back. See you later, mate. Thank you for the like. Yeah. Don't forget to like the stream wherever you fucking do it. Sometimes I said drunk stream next week. Hey, all right. I'll get some drinks prepared as well. I'll let you all know if I do, because it would be nice to have a drink with everyone. Nell's been drinking since God knows how long. She showed us a picture of her with a bottle of fucking Bailey's with a straw in it. Frugal videographer. Right, mate. He said, Roger Moore here too. Live and Let Die. Great movie. Don't make them like that anymore. No, you're right. They don't. Yeah, I like, and there's a bit of comedy in the old ones as well, isn't there? And the rest of your Thurney was your Peach. Ragley said Bond films are my favourite. They are good films, though, and I like them. Baked Potatoes, I'm new to your channel, loving the content. Gotta go, mate. See you. Cheers for watching, mate. See you later. Yeah, Peach, I got your joke, but I don't think Nell did when you said cold. I knew what you meant. Not the Baileys. Something else. Unless she did and she was just ignoring you. Iron Fist said, watched Dallas Buyers Club last night. Really great film. What's that about? I've only ever heard of that. I don't really know anything about it, though. Fred said, hope this isn't ruining the game for anyone. But what is your favourite character from Red Dead? Don't worry if you can't answer. Oh, Arthur was great. I really liked Arthur. John's good. But Arthur and John, definitely. But Arthur was a great character. Said I had a bit of a worry this week. My mate was staying with me again. He got ill and the ambulance picked him up. Breathing difficulties. I had to stay in until they tested him for the virus. Pete said, no, what pissed. Turned out he hadn't got it. It was pneumonia and pulmonary embolism turning up again. I remember you mentioned that last night, didn't it, Zed? Is he all right? Yeah, Pete said no. No, what a piss said. Bob said, I like a woman in the Bond movies. Yes, the women in the Bond movies are always good. Jennifer said, I'm up for a drink. Not had one since Christmas. Don't drink too much because that's quite a break. Yeah, music on the old Bonds was better as well. I agree. Carl said, never got a notification. Now, don't surprise me. There was hardly anyone on at first. Will said, what's the new Rambo recently? What pile of wank that was. I thought it was okay. None of them are as good as the original, though. None of them are nowhere near as good as the original. I love the original Rambo, First Blood. Yeah. Jumping Jew said, would you like a fist fight in Asda's? Me, personally? No, I'm all right. I don't need to go to Asda's. Machine Head said, Roger Moore, great Bond, great humour too. Exactly. I think that's why I like them ones. 1980s, 80s music, Roger Moore, bit of comedy. This was into I completed Red Dead. Yes, I did, you, for the first time. Great game, isn't it? I might start it again soon. Spinner said that's a banner. For a second, I thought the weapons were real. They are. Wait there. I'll show you on this one because it's easier. But look. Hang on. All the stuff behind the banner is really there because I have to cover it up for live streams. Oh, and I've re-tipped the Warhammer. Yeah, spilling, it is all real. I just for live streams I have to cover it up. Pete said he hasn't got the virus, but he's still very unwell. Not Pete Zed. It just means I'd be a cheap date. That's fact sake. Well, it's good, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah, there's a new rule with YouTube, and you're not allowed to handle firearms on live stream. So I covered them up just so they can't try and shut me down. Then said original Rambo was the best. It was. Pete said was a good bit of fun, but I'd say First Blood Part 2 is my favourite. Is it really? I've always liked the very first one. I didn't like. Right, let's put it this way: the latest one is exactly that. I think it's a bit of mental escapism, as in it's a mental case film sort of thing. You know what I mean? I know, not mental case, but you know what I mean. It's a good bit of just escapism, weapon and violence porn sort of thing. But that's about it, really. Mr. Jin said, got to go, nice stream. Cheers, mate. See you later. Being said, what's the point of people not recovering from the virus? I wonder what their lungs are like afterwards. Who knows? I don't know. Yeah, but some people seem perfectly fine, though, don't they? Carl said, what do you think was the worst Bond? I don't know. I'll be honest with you. I don't really like the Sean Connery ones, purely because they're older. I don't like the music on them, and it doesn't do a lot for me. You know what I mean? But I wouldn't actually say any of them are bad. Mersey minded, right, mate? Did all day off for illness. Oh, you weren't ill, are you? Okay, now. James, I didn't realise can't handle guns on YouTube. No, just live streams, Jim. Just live streams. A normal video, perfectly fine. I could sit there shooting a gun on a normal video, but a live stream, I suspect because of these live stream shootings they had, if you handle a gun on a live stream, they can shut it down and potentially shut your whole channel down. So I don't risk it now. I cover them up just so that could never happen. Technically, I could show them. Definitely not allowed to handle them though. But on a normal video, now you're all right. When you had your air rifle on the other day, yeah, that's all right. Spilling said, "Can you have guns like that in the UK?" Shotguns you can have on a license. This, if it was bolt action, you could. Then said, "Best film for weapon porn, Mike." Don't know. I've not seen a classic one that always comes to mind: Predator and Raw Deal. Yeah, most of the old Arnold Schwarzenegger films was proper good weapon porn, gun porn. And he said, I spoke to a guy in the business and he said the rocket launch and RPGs are exempt along with DAX from the UK legacy companies, but only ones that notify the EU flag yellow certificate. All right. You might comment on one of my law videos about that, because that's some good info, that, Ennis. Picture, I think First Blood Part 2 is my favourite because of the weapons, and it's the first Rambo I saw. I think my granddad owned it. Oh, nice. Yeah, I like the first one because Rambo's more of a victim in that, and then he just starts fucking them up because he's Special Forces soldier. Where the second one, he's like or all of the others, he's like a one-man army. I like the first one because he's being persecuted rather than just going around being the super soldier sort of thing. You feel sorry for Rambo in the first one. Will said, best film for weapon porn, John Wick. Well, you know what, Will? That's the first thing that came into my head, but I've not actually seen them. But I know that they are very good weapon porn, aren't they? Zed, very good. Yeah, Tremors. That probably, I would be honest with you, I suspect Tremors inspired our original Gun War. I would bet money that if I could go back in time, Tremors, Bert, whatever his name is, Bert's Wall, probably inspired me and Matt to do our original war. Jim said, stops the small business owners blowing their brains out. Live on air, I suppose. Yeah, it could be. Fuck's sake. Little Vamp, you all right? How you doing? Carl said, I'm going off now, later, lads. See you later, Carl. Good night, mate. Pete said this before, but I love films like Layer Cake and Taxi Driver when they go to the black market. Yeah, tools, that's it. Yeah, I like that, yeah. Layer Cake I've not watched yet, but yeah, I know exactly what you mean. The opening of cases full of guns or bags full of guns. Favourite Rocky, again, the first one for me. Freddie, I was about to say which of my, I was about to say why my favourite was Arthur, why Michael was the least favourite, and ruin it for people who haven't done it. It's emotional. Yeah. Yes. Now that one can stay on, but yeah, you know what I'm like. I don't like spoiling games or films for people if I can help it. And I know you're not doing it on purpose, but and to be honest, people should have played it by now. Michael was a fucking cunt. I hated him in that fucking game. I absolutely hated Michael. And funny thing is, I hated him early on, but I think they make him a cunt. Even early on, I fucking hated Michael. Yeah, and Arthur, great character. Loved Arthur. Do you love survival, right, mate? Good evening, Mike. Have you heard of the Who Were Knife German? No, I don't think I have, mate. 116 minutes in the video. Military Collectibles at third right with Reed Moser on YouTube. Nice one, mate. If you want, go on one of my other videos later and tag that video in the, put it as a comment in one of my videos and I'll watch it. The problem is, I'll forget this after all this. But I'm up for watching that, mate. Yeah, I can quickly Google it while I'm on there. Nothing's coming up at the minute. I'll have to have a look. Yeah. I'll watch that video. Carl said, what about Westerns? Favourite Western and actor? I love all of the spaghetti Westerns. Sergio Leone Westerns. Fucking love them. Good, the Bad, the Ugly is probably one of my favourite films. I've got all my Westerns there. I'll name a few of them that I like. So, The Wild Bunch, True Grit, Once Upon a Time in the West, The Hateful Eight. Fucking love The Hateful Eight. Clint Eastwood and John Wayne. I think they're both great. I never used to like John Wayne until I started watching some of his older... The Westerns where John Wayne is quite old, 50s. I love him. That sort of age as a cowboy, gunslinger. Clint Eastwood and John Wayne, both great. But also, forget about that. Yeah, you've got Unforgiven, The Outlaw Josie Wales. Half my Westerns are missing. Fuck are they? Yeah, Unforgiven, The Outlaw Josie Wales. Outlaw Josie Wales is excellent. Fuck it, what's it called? Jeremiah Johnson. There's a fucking really good Western for you. Being said, love first. Fistful of Dollars and A Few Dollars More and The Good, Bad, the Ugly. Bing, have you ever seen Once Upon a Time in the West? That was Sergio Leone's last Western. And I think he peaks. Sergio Leone's films get better. He only did 8 films. And he gets better and better and better as he does them. And by the time he's done Once Upon a Time in the West, he has like peaked at the Western genre, in my opinion. And that's probably one of the best Westerns ever. Equal or even slightly better to Good, Bad, the Ugly. The Cowboys, I don't think I've seen. I may have seen The Cowboys. I'm not sure. Searchers, that's a great film. But the remake and the original True Grit are both really good, I think. Cheers, dear love. Yeah, we'll do that. Yeah, if you're going to shoot, don't talk. Exactly. Carl said, pretty similar taste then, mate. Are you a fan of Clint Eastwood's films in general? I'll be honest, yes, I am. Yeah, I'll tell you what, I do like the Clint Eastwood directed films. His own films are fucking excellent. $1 Million Baby, Gran Torino and all that. Fucking brilliant films. And the rest of them. Charles Bronson, yeah, he's good. I've got, no, I ain't got The Mechanic. What have I got? I don't think it's up there. But I've got quite a few Charles Bronson films. He's good. Being said, is that the man with the harmonica in? Yeah, that song's brilliant. That's the one. Fucking guy comes in with a harmonica, sings the same theme tune. That's it. Yeah. No, he doesn't actually sing, but yeah. But people off saying that. Randy said, I like John Wayne Oil Fires. Watched it over the other day. Love them movies. I don't know if I've seen them. Nate, you right, mate? I'll be honest, I've not seen loads of John Wayne films, but I prefer the John Wayne films when he's older. Bit older and a bit fatter. I don't know why. You can just relate to him more that way, I think. I don't know. Do you know what I mean? And I don't know, when you see a bloke who's older and a bit fatter, but still being the best at what he is, you appreciate him a bit more, I think. You know what I mean? You think, I wonder what they would have been like 20 years ago if they're still like that now. I know it's only a movie, but you know what I mean? Chopper, yeah, got to love a bit of Chopper, Jason. I've got my Chopper up there. Chopper DVD. You know what, Len? The Dirty Harry films, I've not watched all them. Lifted Brother, you're right, mate. Sorry if I didn't say hello earlier. And Dick Orange. Dick said, Mike, have you seen The Good, the Bad, and the Weird? No, I've not seen that. Never even heard of that. And so I'd like the Terminator scene when Arnie asked for a 12 gauge autoloader, which is a real gun, then asked for a plasma rifle, 40 watt range. Doesn't exist. But it does in the future. He's asking for a future gun. That's what that is. He's asking for a gun that hasn't been made yet. Freddie said, I hate it, and a certain amount of letters makes my comments not make sense. Nah, don't matter. I fucking read them wrong after them anyway. Lifted Buddhafoot said, I felt that about Johnny Cash. Yeah, Johnny Cash is good as well. Favourite war movie? I don't know. Possibly Apocalypse Now Redux, which is the long version. Zero Love said, I put the Who Wear Knife video link on your £10 weapon build video. Cheers, mate. I'll check that out after this. I've still got to check the one out that you mentioned as well, Jed. Jim said, Chopper. Never let the truth get in the way of a good story. What a dude. Yeah, I love Chopper. I've read his books as well. I've read at least 2 of his books. Yeah, Chopper was a good fucking a good character he was, wasn't he? Shame he's dead now. Liver disease in the end, wasn't it? I think that got him. Because he even said no. He said he didn't want the transplant. Give it to a kid. You know, I thought it was pretty decent of him. Bob says, Saving Private Ryan. Do you know what, Bob? I've not actually seen a Full Metal Jacket. I've seen Saving Private Ryan. I've not actually seen that. You know, you'll be surprised. I've not seen as many war films as you'd think. I do like them, but I'm quite picky with war films. Jim said, yeah, it was his liver. Zed said, have you seen Desperado? Yes, I've underneath in my Western thing, Zed, I've got El Mariachi, which is the first one, Desperado, which is the second one, and Once Upon a Time in Mexico, which was the third one. Yeah, I've got all of them. What's his name? Who makes them? Robert Rodriguez's sort of little Mexican Western trilogy. Yeah. Bridge Over the River Kwai, I haven't seen that. Did you give me that one? Zed? Can't remember. Looking up there because they're up there. If you see me looking around while I'm talking about films, because I'm looking at my DVDs. Pete said, you will have to get a boot knife. I'm happy with the Smith & Wesson one I got. I have got one quite similar to yours, Peach. Just there. It's older. I'll show you it because I can get a knife down, can't I? See if I can get it down without fucking up this shit. It's similar to yours, but not exactly the same. But I did like yours, Peach. Very nice. I won't mind getting a new one. What was you saying? Sorry, I missed what you said. Sis, I'll give you what. I don't know what you're on about now. I've got El Mariachi, Desperado, and Once Upon a Time in America. Not in America. Once Upon a Time in Mexico, which is Robert Rodriguez's trilogy. Band of Brothers, never seen. Lord of the Rings. Yeah, I like Lord of the Rings. Being to Apocalypse Now, still haven't watched the extended version. The extended version's good. I like it. Just now, you alright? How pissed are you tonight then? We'll soon be able to tell by your writing. How much of that bloody bottle of Bailey's with the straw have you drunk so far? Good to see you on now, by the way. If you are drunk, you don't need to mod tonight. Just enjoy yourself. What is my favourite gun? Peter says. That I own, or if I've always liked the Desert Eagle, put it that much. Graham said, do you get out much? Not really. But, I don't mind. Sorry, Platoon. Why did they roll the project on people? Platoon's good. I do like that. Dad said Master and Commander is a good war film. Hint, hint. Yeah, I've got that now. I still haven't watched it yet, though. Peter, I answered your question. Desert Eagle. Annie said, would you ever buy surplus fighter pilot helmets and equipment? Never really thought about that, you know. When I'll be honest with you, if I had a load of money, I might. But at the minute, I only tend to buy stuff that's practical that I could use. You know what I mean? Yeah, quite similar to yours, isn't it, Peach? What would you say no for? Being said, you can't get out much self-isolation. We have our excuse now, exactly. Now, so no, I had a nap. Now we've moved to Stella's. She took a picture of herself with a fucking bottle of Bailey's and storing it. Nice one. Now we thought that was great. Spilling said, you got any time off over Easter? I've never got time off. I'm always at it because my job is YouTube and I don't even get paid. Little Vamp said the silver-plated boot. You're not confusing me now. What's the silver-plated boot, Little Vamp? Silver-plated boot knife, maybe? I don't know. There's a lot of comments on right now that are confusing me. I'm missing something here. The dude PX, right, mate? He said, I hope you have enough alcohol for the quarantine. Let's have a look, shall we? I've got some homebrew brewing. This might do me 1.5 nights, which is 1 night and a bit left over, I reckon. Just enough. Oh, knife from Blades UK. Oh, nice one, Little Vamp. Yeah, sorry, there was a lot of comments going on that was slightly confusing me. I'll look into that one. Was that Captain Electro just come on? Yes, it was. You right, Electro? How you doing, mate? I'll start my coffee in a minute. By the way, I might stay on late tonight. I would have been on late yesterday, but I had to stop. Friend said, I got a knife off Amazon. It's in every gun shop. It's a Norwegian make, I think. Do any of you know what it's called? What, the Almora knives? Is that what it is? You're not at work, are you? Maybe you go back to work. He said, hey, fellas, I'm at work, so I can't be joining. Oh, I thought you'd still be off. It made you go back to work. Are you classed as an essential worker? Fucking, the fucking delivery blokes classed as a fucking essential worker over here. Dad said, don't see the point of a boot knife. I've never been attacked by a boot. Nate said, don't show your stockpile. No, it's all right. That bottle will be gone in. You know, as soon as I start drinking, that'll be gone. Jim said, what's the homebrew? I'll tell you what I do, Jim. I never really do any flavoured booze. I like to just make like a flavourless, really strong, what I call half-strength vodka with turbo yeast. Let me see what I've got the yeast here. I think I got it out. Turbo yeast. This stuff. Right, hang on. Turbo yeast, but it can make 20% homebrew in 5 days. You can't have an airlock on it though, because it'll fucking shoot it off the top. This stuff's so fucking potent. It'll actually fucking shoot an airlock straight off. So you have to just like put a bit of cling film over. Sugar wash, that's it. What I do, Jim. I end up just making that, and then I just find it easier and quicker for me. So yeah, I've only done 2 litres because I just wanted a bit of backup in case I couldn't get any booze. But when it's nearly ready, I might do I was going to do a vlog of it today, but then I thought I'm going to be doing a live stream anyway. So yeah, I'll probably show it eventually though. It's under here at the minute, bubbling away. But that's exactly what it is. Yeah, like a sugar wash. What you use to make, it's for distilling really, isn't it? Dicks are selling knives made from stainless steel. Should be a crime against humanity. Little Vamp said, I thought that was what Pete's got. I'm sure I remember someone mentioning wanting to buy the Alien. Not sure, Little Vamp, in all honesty. But he did buy one of these, yeah. But not this one. This is an old one. That's my one from there, look. That's good. I can get the stuff down and still have it up there. I'll try and catch up with the comments quickly. Electro said, yeah, we make airplanes, so I've got to work. Everyone is mad and afraid of catching something. I look like an astronaut. At least you are, yeah. Sometimes I said, I'm doing a little test brew with some wine yeast and some leftover honey and maple syrup. Not sure if it's what it's gonna be like. Well, that should be quite nice because that should come out like mead. That's what mead is basically, isn't it? So I think that should be right. Mead's not too bad. Yeah, mine it's just literally sugar and yeast just to make us a plain alcohol so that I can mix it with something else if need be. I can never be bothered with the flavours. It's too much. I'm too lazy for it. Pete said this, so Mike Farts is homebrew. Yes, it is. Friend said, I put rhubarb and apple in, but I can't drink it anyway. If you want, I'll try and show you it quickly. This might be a bit of a pain in the arse. No, I won't be able to because my microphone's in the way. The microphone wire is over the box. No, I can't show you. AJ Rod said, I use bread yeast and 1.5 cups of a gallon of grape juice. Yeah, that'll work. That's good. Yeah. The other reason I use the turbo yeast is because it does it in 5 days. So instead of waiting potentially up to a month, depending on the temperature, turbo yeast can do it in 48 hours or a week if you want it stronger. But like that, why I made it, because I didn't think I was going to get any fucking vodka. And then I managed to get some in the end. So that's just a little bonus if I need it. The dude PX said, guns and ammo selling like crazy over here. Background checks normally take 5 to 10 minutes. Now you have to come back the next day. One after, and the one after to give them time to process the queue. Fucking hell. Jason said he loves the mead. Nice. Yeah, mead's nice. Fighting Welsh. All right, mate. Good to see you on. Yeah, a bit late, but don't matter. Little Vamp said, can we see your pistol box, please, when you're selling? Well, I might be able to sell some soon if you really want them that bad. I'll get a handful out for you, Little Vamp. But yeah, I'll try and sort some out to sell soon. Like these are ready to sell. It's just I wanted to make some quivers for a couple of them. Because the problem is these won't fit in quivers, but I can make a quiver for them. So I thought it might be easier to sell a combination quiver and bolts. Look right, don't they? Yeah, look, I think I've got 18 there at the minute. I did 21 days for me. Yeah, that's 21 days ain't bad, but the 48 hours even quicker if you piss head and want it really quick. Night said for sure gives you the shits. The best place to get some turbo yeast. Quick brewing sounds like a good idea. I get mine off Amazon. Eleanor MT, sorry if I butchered your name there. Hello. I just joined the channel. Those pistol balls look great. I need some. I'll sort some out for everyone soon. I've only got 4 of the triple bodkin ones, Vamp, but I'll order some more of that soon. In about 3 days' time, my Patreon money will come through, and then I'll spend the majority of that on new broadheads and bolts, and then within 3 weeks I should have shitloads to sell. Yeah, But I could still have these first to sell if anyone wants them. But it's only going to be like enough for 2 people, depending on how much people want. Unless I restrict people to 6 each for now. I wouldn't do that. Although it don't make much difference to me. So did you watch those videos by Todd Boy? Not yet, not yet. I'll get round to it eventually. They said he was 12 too. I already got 18. Dick said, yeah, Carl, I know. I'm always trying to avoid buying stuff online. Biggest Black said, Mike, have you any more knives? I don't have any actual more knives, but I've got similar knives. Just getting them, I'll show you them. So I've got at least 2 or 3 Halterford knives, which are exactly the same as Mora knives. And I've got, this is a HX Outdoors bushcraft knife, which has got a ferro rod in the handle and a sharpening stone on the sheath. Oh, for fuck's sake, drop that one. And then this is a Solognac, or whatever it would be, which is like a Mora, but just slightly squared off. But I'll definitely get some of the little triple Bodkins vamp, because those ones actually fit in the original quivers. I think I bought some Bates boots for 20 quid, including postage. Brand new, needed a black pair. As all my MOD ones are brown. Little vamp said 6 is perfect for Stinger mag. No, so I'll sort you some out soon. Vamp. And I said, got a price in mind for those box. I can't say 100% yet, but they're going to be around about 3 quid each, which is less than half price of any other pistol bodkin, pistol broadhead bolt you can buy. Yeah, you will not find anywhere that sells them. Cheapest is 7. That's 7 quid without the postage. Most places sell them free, so free for 21 quid, and then you'd have to put 5 quid postage on that. So they're essentially selling them for probably £8 each. £8.30 each or something. Yeah. I've got to look at the price. I need to have a proper look at how much a single broadhead tip costs and how much a bolt costs, and then the time it makes to make them. And I'll work out the price. But it's not going to be much different than 3 quid. Pocket full, you all right, mate? How you doing? Jim said, oh, here comes the codeine. Night all. Jim, right. Good night, Jim. Good to have you on, mate. Sorry if I've missed anyone's comments. Just put them back on again if you want to if you want me to read it. And he said, have you been to the War and Peace Revival Military Collectors Fair? No, I've never been there, mate. I haven't been to anything like that for years, in all honesty. Big Black says, Mora knives are amazing quality. They are. All of them ones, yeah, the Mora knives are amazing. The Halterfords are quite good. They're essentially the exact same thing. Alba, you're right. Freddie said, I got it for 12 quid off Amazon. What's that, Freddie? Oh, the Mora knife. Yeah, 12 quid for a knife like that. Brilliant. Lethal said, what's up from Lockdown Land? Yeah, all right, mate. Yeah, not much, really. Live streams and fun coffee. I can't risk drinking at the minute. I've got to look after someone. But next week, someone's going to do my looking after duties for me, and I might do I probably will do a drunk live stream. But when I start getting too drunk, I will have to shut the stream down and delete it like I normally do. And here's a rule. I think I'll have to name the live stream this. What happens on the live stream stays on the live stream. Now, yeah, Jason, the old castles. I've been to quite a lot of the old castles and that. Right, where am I? Bing said, still good for food. You asked, yeah. To be honest, it ain't too bad for You can get out and buy stuff around here. In all honesty, Bing. Yeah, we're always stocked up anyway, just because we buy our food on a monthly basis. So we've always got like a month's worth of food anyway. But yeah, it don't seem too bad around here. I suppose it all depends where you go. I have seen people putting pictures up of like queues of people stood 6 foot apart outside fucking Tesco's and shit, but I think they go at the wrong time. When my brother goes, he just fucking goes and comes back. Little Vamp said the Adder and Stinger magazines are precision engineered in Austria, which is why they're so expensive, but they're worth it for me. If you've got the money in that, it is. I couldn't afford it. Freddie said, I do all my pigeon breasting with it and small building work, like wood cutting. Nice one. Yeah, they're good, aren't they? Like I said, I ain't got a proper more knife, but I've got these similar things, so I know how they sort of perform. These have got sort of St. grinds and that, Scandi grinds. Alison, you're right. I hope you don't mind, but what does your knowledge expertise come from? Are you ex-military? No, I'm not ex-military, but just always been fascinated in that kind of stuff, and read loads of books on that, and that kind of stuff, and yeah, that's all it is really. Just fascinated with stuff, and yeah, books and the internet, I suppose, really. Dick said, any Danish people here heard vaccines are coming mandatory in Denmark now. Didn't know that. Lethal said, this the only time you can dress like some Chernobyl stalker. No one would judge you, yeah. Get out there, mate. Get out there and get your fetishes going. No one's going to know. Ragley said, no matter how much money you have, everyone should buy more. Exactly. Dimtar said, just gave that mead a test. Quick taste. So it's like very sweet wine at the moment. Nice. Yeah, there's a bit of meat's all right. That said, we got a castle, or at least what's left of it. Really medieval bog. I may have been to the ones near your area, I think. Fred said, I went pigeon shooting last Saturday to stock up, but got nothing. Pressure was on, so went fishing. Went for fish and chips instead. Carl, you right, Carl? PW Outdoors, how you doing, Carl? You right, mate? Fred said, I'd send you a more than I think it's illegal. I wouldn't be allowed. That's all right. I could probably get one. As I said, I've got the closest thing to it. That'll do me. But I appreciate that. Dave said he knows his weapons. And they said, I really fancied something sweet to munch on. So while I was watching the stream, I went to remember that I have a chocolate digestive. That's sake, yeah. Ain't too late at least. Phone's going. Dad said, the castle in my town, doesn't belong to my family. No, I knew what you meant. Let's have a quick look at this. Shouldn't be anything. Right, just got to message my brother quickly. One of my younger brothers. Purge straws, right, mate? Freddie said, and this time I would buy it from your code and Amazon. Yes, thank you, mate. No, that does help. Little Vamp said, I fancy a Nagatana. That's that great big katana, isn't it? Or is it the one with the really long, like on a spear almost? Or a pole spear? I might make something like that soon. It's a lie, it's a porn notification, it was. Carl said, what do you think is a good pocket multi-tool? All those little Leathermans. You know what, Carl? I'm not sure. Someone else might help you there. I've never had a lot of I've only ever had like 2 multi-tools, I think, proper good ones. I always like the Swiss Army knives personally, but that's not a it's a multi-tool, but I think you mean like pliers, don't you? I really couldn't help you. I've never been much on when it comes to multi-tools. I've not got much knowledge on those. That's that done. Fighting West said, Mike, an idea for a bolt heads. Steel ball bearing, big enough to accommodate drilling, placing a thread in, Attach a bolt. Great for home defense. Non-lethal. That's a very good idea. I like that. I'm going to write that one down. Yeah, cheers, mate. I think that's a very clever idea. Yeah, maybe a reasonably close-up thing, but I know what you mean. A close-up, non-lethal thing. Yeah, be like being hit with a very hard. Just drawing this. We'll have to look into that. It'd probably be close up though, because it'd probably drop quite quickly. But yeah, I think that's quite a good idea for a close up. Little Vamp said, "Do you mean?" Zad said, "Little Vamp, do you mean Naginata? They're a traditional weapon for Japanese women for some reason." Dick said, "You're thinking of a Naginata, and it came out of a spear." No, yeah. Carl said, "I think we all had the virus back in Christmas, January time at least." I've had people down here saying that as well, that they reckon they had it November, I think, or February or summer, before all this. You know what I mean? I'm going to try and catch up a bit. Diara Love said, "A Leatherman wave." There you go. And an IMT said, "Buy any Leatherman, larger one, pretty damn solid, with proper 25-year guarantee." Nice. Ragley said, "What's your EDC knife?" This is my EDC knife. Very rarely changes nowadays. You can see it's been used. Looks straight at that fucking blade. Needs a good clean. I don't know what that shit is on there. Glue, I think. That is a Ganzo G729 Spyderco copy with a axis lock. What kind of steel is this? Might just be 440. Yeah, 440. But that's good enough for what I want it for. Freddie said, when you said younger brother as well, just add more to the fire for the Pornhub joke. I was watching Russell Howard, and he said the most watched and trending porn is incest. Fuck's sake. Well, that's not what I would be watching. But no, I know that it's the stepsister and stepmother shit, isn't it? Where am I? Pete said, "Get some barkeeper friend on that knife, clean and polish it." I will do. As you can tell, that is that's my using knife. The state of it needs a bit of a sharpen as well. Actually, fucking hell, it's blunt as fuck there. It's a bit sharper down here, but DC Norway, you're right, mate. Yeah, the Ganzos are great, aren't they? Virgio said, "I'm just fixing up my tablet right now, Little Hampton, so I can watch the live and look at the cool gear that gets mentioned. I always prefer to make my own, just like mine." Yeah, it's good making your own stuff, isn't it? I'm going to get some more machetes soon to do some more mods. I looked online, found some stuff I want to make. Carl said, "Do you know any Swiss Army styled knife that is one-handed opening?" No, I don't. Yeah, off the top of my head, I don't know any actually saying that. No. It's Black and said, "You have the multi-tool with an axe head." No, but I've got the one with the hammerhead. I don't know where it is though. Yeah, I've got the one with the hammerhead. I ain't got the one with the axe head though. Being said, I think 440 is fine for simple cutting food, letters, boxes, little carving. Too many steel junkies that overlook its basics. Plus, I want to eat it sharpened. Exactly. That's the way I see it being. I think unless you're using a knife every day or a lot, and it's your main tool, then you want the best steel for it. I think. But for me, this is just an EDC knife that I use for cutting bits of fucking string or something, or you know what I mean. It's perfect for that. I don't need no more than 440 for that. You're right. Prepared Norseman, you're right, mate. Fred said, yeah, mate, it's all fake except for the one stepsister and brother who just wanted money. They probably started it all, yeah. Ragley said, do you carry a torch? Yes, my torches at the minute would be, depending on which one's got the most battery. I'm not selling a lot of my torches, but I've got a 4-fire VG 15S. It's got a strobe, 18650, and a through night TC10 V2. Again, has a strobe and quite powerful. Dara loves a Swiss Army soldier's knife, yes. Anthony Stewart said, anyone know where Jack Striker's channel has gone? I can't find it. Sadly not, Anthony. I may do a video soon mentioning it. I say may do because I have to, with some of the attention Jack's channel was getting, I don't really want that on mine, in all honesty. But yeah, no, sadly I don't, Anthony. But if I hear anything, I'll let people know. Ming said also for a copy, it opens really lovely and smooth. But you could do that all day. Yeah, I'll tell you what, Bing, this is a lovely fucking knife. It does. It opens lovely. And Carl said Jack goes off grid now and then. Well, that is true. It does. And I suspect when I clicked on one of his videos, it said video was hidden by the user. So he may have shut his own channel down, which means he'll probably be back. If it was YouTube shut it down, that's a different story. Oh yeah, I clicked on one of the videos and it said this video was removed by the owner. So that means Jack took it down. Maybe he's took all his videos down again. Who knows? Eleanor said, I discovered your channel because I was looking for a pistol crossbow. Can't find the Horizon one you tested. Any other recommendations for a good pistol crossbow? The Armex Tomcat 2 is nearly as good as the Horizon. It's not quite as powerful, but only slightly less. If you do buy one of these, don't forget to buy one of my quivers. But yeah, this is essentially the same thing, just with a stock. DC said, you heard from Jack Striker lately, by the way. He sounds this bit. No, again, now I haven't. Jack don't do emails either, so I did once give him my phone number though, but I think he lost it because he asked again for it like last year. Bing said, I have him subscribed. Unfortunately, when I click on the channel, it's all been removed. And he said, in a way, saying you have COVID is a good verbal self-defense weapon. Yeah, yes, yeah. Against a would-be attack. Yeah, I think so. You never know. Jack might be watching right now. He does quite often watch. There you go, little vamp. Zapped right there, Eleanor. Buy a redback prod and fit it on any other pistol crossbow. That's a very good point. This one is only ever so slightly weaker, not by much. Fred said, oh yeah, the torch video. I'll leave it playing when I'm playing Red Dead. Cheers, mate. I noticed that I got a few more views on it. That does help me out, by the way, because the more views that gets means I'll get sent other stuff, and then the more stuff I get sent, I can sell it on when I'm skint. Being said on Jack Striker channel, this channel is no longer available. Unsubscribe to remove it. Yeah, well, I happen to have one of his videos, a link to one of his videos, not the channel. And when it goes to his video, it says he's removed it, not YouTube. Don't necessarily mean that's true though. Bigger said, can you put steel balls inside bolts to see if they'll penetrate deeper? I'll tell you what I have done, but I will do that if you want me to. I have done that test though with pellets. I've put pellets inside crossbow bolts before, lead pellets, and it does make them penetrate deeper. Yeah. Carl said, Men in Black have not got Jack yet. He would fuck with their minds. I think he would. Saskia, you're right. Freddie said, yeah, I can keep liking it, obviously, but replaying it, that's all I can do. I appreciate it, mate. The other said, don't cough on me, is the new, don't tread on me. I've seen that. And in fact, every time I go on YouTube now on my phone, watch this. Because I bloody click the link on Liam's video, every time I go onto YouTube now, I bet it won't do it now. But all of the times I went on YouTube earlier, Daz Cooper, you right, mate? Oh, hang on a minute. Yeah, it's not doing it now. Hang on a minute. Do you want me to come downstairs then?
Yeah.
Right, I'll be back in a minute. I've just got to sort something out. Yeah, for some reason it wasn't on there, but that fucking ad all day has been the don't cough on me Gadsden flag. Right, back in a second. Right, I'm back now. I ain't gonna scroll back up. There's too much fucking But yeah, I've got an ill relative who's gets confused as well, so I have to go and help him. Yeah, I don't even know where he is after in a minute. Been talking about bees. Talking about bees. Not boobies. Fuck's sake, you've forgotten that, isn't you? Well, as long as you keep yourself entertained, that's good enough for me. And it said, UK be like, have you got a license for that Nerf gun, Sonny? Yeah, exactly. Well, the weird thing is, some things are all right. You can have any power crossbow you want, you know. You could have, you know, the most powerful crossbow in the world. And you could have, you know, fucking repeating fucking crossbow if you do it. Perfectly fine. But a blowpipe, no, that's illegal. Eleanor said, that I was asking about self-defense. If we're worried that we'll see people burgling homes for food, etc., like what's happening in Italy, do you think we need to be worried about civil unrest? I'll be honest with you, I don't know at this point. I suspect probably not. I reckon there potentially could be riots and looting of shops and that, but it's very rare for gangs of people to be breaking into people's houses to steal your stuff, because it's a bit of a different story, isn't it? You know, I agree with Zed, maybe, but I doubt it. Yeah, shops, that's a different story, because you can run into a shop, grab what you want, and run out. You know what's there. It's different going into someone's house. That person could be there with a shotgun. The house could have fuck all in it for a start. You know, it's different. I think it's quite different. Not a really common thing. Being said, I tried to buy a crossbow at the beginning of the week. Apart from the really crap £80 one, which was actually 40, crossbows is nothing. Isn't it weird? Carl, so I'm still going to make a prototype blowgun based on a pea shooter. Just be careful, though. Don't show your face on that one. You can always pretend it's someone else then, or an old video. Fred said, just shoot the robber. I can open all house and get away with it. And I said, okay, I'll just get strong locks. Yeah, you know, there's nothing wrong with being prepared, is there? You know what I mean? You might as well be prepared and try and avoid these things in the first place. But I personally don't think gangs of people breaking into your house is going to be an issue. You know, unless they know, you know, they would have to know you've got stuff in the first place, wouldn't they? So if I've said the house could be virus as well, exactly. Vic said, Carl, heavy bolts shot from heavy bows are lethal enough on the ranges. You'll be accurate on. Dad said, I got a mantis coming Monday, but all the rest mostly sold out. Weird, isn't it? Carl's here, weren't me? Exactly. Saeed said he loves me or she. I don't know if Saeed is a woman or a man with that picture, so they love me though. Tim said, Arrow keeps power quite well. I'd just say a bit more than a crossbow bolt. Then I said, I used to live in South Africa, so I'm quite used to people coming into your house. Yeah, that's a different story over there. Yeah. Funny thing is, I was going to mention, you know, that kind of area. I think over here, it doesn't seem to be much of a. I've never known it to happen. South Africa, as you say, it's a known thing. It happens, doesn't it? Darren Love said, get 2 German Shepherds. No one is coming in house. Yeah, very good point there. Nice one, mate. Ned said they might be scared to go into someone's house in case they have the virus. Exactly. Simtar said he's off. Good night, mate. Thanks for joining in. Fred said, how's the darts been? I've had plenty of time to put holes in my wall practicing. You know what? I haven't played for a while. And I've got no to play with now because everyone's fucking quarantined. Perdios. I will have a practice soon, though. Ragley said, can you hunt with a bow in the UK? No, not legally. Perjo said I was in Asda today with my wife, and if there was the one British thing people are good at, it's forming an orderly queue. Yes, at least we can be proud of that, can't we? Simon said, Bing said, put a sign up saying COVID-19. Exactly. So I've said, might be a risk, but the legal might break in to get off the streets. Could be. Carl said, you're going to get the odd chav using this to creep about Robin. Yeah, potential. That definitely. Yeah, that definitely, I think, Carl. Yeah. Saeed said, Mike, want to go on a date? Right, change your icon so I can see what you look like, and then I'll let you know. Just say, get out or I'll cough on you. Carl said, what's the best ammo for slingshots? I don't really know. Been told 8.9mm ball bearings are the best. What metal? I don't know. I know the fucking lead, though, hits like a bastard, don't it? Operation Nightfall, right, mate? We said, find the loudest pump action shotgun you can find, scale robbers. Yeah, I can always rack mine, except it's jammed. Fred said, come round mine and just drive down all the way to Sussex, wear gloves and a mask. It must be 6 foot apart. I want to play darts. Yeah, well, we could do, yeah. Put 2 dartboards up. Jibbin said, any suggestions to get some sleep? Don't know. Listen to this. Lay down, shut your eyes, listen to this. Kay, hello. Bing said, I thought crime rates were down since everyone's indoors in their gardens. Burglary and knife crime, I thought, were down here. I don't actually know, but I imagine they might be. Carl said, great you keeping this chat going, mate. People are feeling isolated, so chat like this with like-minded are good. Cheers, Carl. Yeah, it's nice, isn't it? It gives us all. That's why I am going about covering these guns, and I don't want to lose the opportunity to do these things. Yeah, a lot of people get a lot of people get a lot of enjoyment out of these, don't they? It's like their night out, and it's the same for me. Yeah, cheers, Carl. Dara Love said I have 2 of these buck packed like Skinner knives, the 140 and the 141. Berger said the best ammo I ever used in a slingshot slingshot was glass marbles. Made every shot straight down. And also, yeah, I think Jack used to say about marbles, didn't he? Or was it Dwayne Myers? The prepared Norseman said, you should unjam that shotgun and attach a bayonet. Rack and poke, yes. I'll get round to it one day. It's a bastard to do, though, because it's jammed, to get it open, you can't actually open it. Oh, I've got to go back downstairs again. I've just got to do something quickly. I'm not going to shoot someone. Shout me again if you need me. Right, I'm back again now. Oh, look. There's one of my bows there. Got that. I didn't even know it was down there. It was in the loft. I'll probably get called away in a second again. Right, back. I'm going to have to miss after stuff though. Right. Zed said, personally, I think that was sight of Mike. Glad only his underpants, charging down the stairs, waving his cutlass and bellowing, would frighten off any robber. I don't know where that's come from, but Zed got rid of the body pretty quick, didn't he? Ren said, Mike, put your hands up before Mike blows your brains out. Our brains out. Red North was scaring off the neighbours, are we? Daryl, Mike, if things get bad, enough people could potentially raid houses. Maybe, but not during the virus outbreak. But if civil unrest financially breakdowns now, I think it's definitely something that could happen. It definitely, Hunter, couldn't it, Daryl? You look all right, and it is a potential issue. It's just I think there's a lot more things would happen first, and I think if we're clever enough, most people would see it coming and should be able to prepare for it if you've got the capabilities. Not everyone does. But yeah, just, you know, it's a hard one to say. It definitely could happen. DC said, you on ham radio? I see a lot of activities in the UK. Like, no, I haven't got anything like that. I've got scanners, though, that could pick it up. Bing said, got 2% battery, Mike, so I'll be going off now, mate. Take care, everyone. Brilliant streaming this week, though. Cheers, mate. See you later. I'll probably do one in the week saying that. I might be, depending on if I get called away again, I may end up ending at 11. But I might, no, I'll tell you what, I'll stay on late. I'll go on to at least half 11, maybe 12 tonight. I might just have to keep stopping. My relative who's a bit ill is a bit confused at the minute. And asking for weird things, which I have to go and show them. Hence getting that. I think his gun's gone missing. I could do a Red Dead stream in the week, Fred. Kev Watt said, I'm ready for anything. Yeah, might as well be, ain't you? And the trouble is, I live in rural Wales. It would be hours before the police would get to me if there were trouble. That's why I was worried about potential house entry stuff. Just be prepared. Decent locks. Be prepared to, if you have to take your fucking doors off your door frames and nail them over your fucking downstairs windows if you have to. You know. That's what I'd be doing. A couple of doors and table would be coming off, blocking up the fucking bay window. The gate down the side, any fucking would have to climb over a fucking 6 foot or higher, 7 or 8 foot fence, and I could just stand there waiting for him to come over then. But I'm lucky because we've got some decent fences and gates. And he said you could just put police crime scene tape around your house. Surely that would stop robbers. Yeah, that's another good idea. Big said, just in, COVID-19 is transmittable through the interwebs, so we're all fucked then. Yeah, I'm just going to coof on you bastards. There you go. Now you're all infected. You're not really bastards. Ben also said, Matt's been drinking his own hand Santos again, eh? That's right. Yeah, Sahib, yeah, you're going to be in for a long wait for the picture to update now. Ragley said, if I start going hungry, there's plenty of squirrels in the yard. Carl said, I live in a small town out on the skirts. To be honest, people are staying at home. What's it like, Rangers? Yeah, same here. Carl, I live in a village just on the outside of the local town. Most people in my little village tend to be staying in, but if you go a bit closer to the towns, there are a lot of people not doing what they're supposed to be doing. Camera for the garden, yeah, that'd be a good idea. I always wanted to do some shooting on a live stream, but I can't do that now. Can I say that barbed wire not illegal to put up on your property? As far as I remember, Jack Striker saying you can have barbed wire as long as you have signs. You must have signs with it. So yeah, you can do it. It's just you got to already have it, ain't you? I suppose I ain't got no barbed wire. Might be able to get some there if I needed it. Oh, Freddie, yeah, good idea. Freddie said you can shoot on a Twitch stream. Very good point. Ragley said, do you hunt? I have hunted. I haven't hunted for years though, but I could go hunting if I wanted to. So yeah, I do hunt. It's just I haven't for a long time though. But I have been known to shoot rabbits, squirrels, wood pigeons, eat them, and the squirrels and the rabbits I used to keep their fur, cure it, sell it. You'd be surprised how much money you can get for rabbit fur on eBay. And if you get a rabbit skull, bury it, dig it up 6 months later when all the flesh has been eaten off, clean it thoroughly and bleach it, you could sell a fucking rabbit's head or a badger's skull for fucking nearly 20 quid. So it's money for nothing. Dick said Wi-Fi cameras can get hacked. Might be used against you. Check if you're home or not. The issue here, I sometimes wonder about that because the thing is, people would never know whether I was home or not because I very rarely leave the house. So they'd have a fucking over surprise when they think this house is empty, I'll tell you. But I do know what you mean about the Wi-Fi cameras. That is real. Eleanor said, you have all been great. I wish you all good health. Thanks for the advice. Good night. Good night, mate. See you next time, hopefully. Don't forget to subscribe. Leave a like before you go. But no, it's nice having you on. See you later. Good questions. Ragley said, what did you used to hunt? Last time I went hunting, I was using my, in that bag there, my BSA Lightning. I have also been hunting with my cousin using 410 shotgun. But most of the time, me and him are just pissing around and never get anything because we're making too much noise. Stumping around, talking shit because we haven't seen each other for ages. Get about one shot off all night. Carl said, used to get 50p for a squirrel tail. Nice, that's good though, isn't it? That's good. No, Said, no update yet. That's it, isn't it, Carl? Yeah. Yeah, squirrel tails, all of that. It's money for nothing if you're going to shoot it anyway. Freddie said, if only you could make money out of a pigeon. I can't shoot rabbits. I'm going to sell pigeon burgers to my friends. Sell pigeons to the cricket coach, £2.50 a bird. Nice. Yeah, that's all right, isn't it? And he said, I saw a mafia documentary. The FBI managed to bug a boss's house by overriding an alarm system with a device that scans through 10,000 number combinations. It gets the right 4 digits. And that, yes, clever bastards, aren't they, really? Dad said needs more coffee. I've nearly finished mine. Don't forget to get your merchandise in. Fighting Welsh said, I've got a limited edition lightning tree. BSA Lightning real tree for 500 quid. I've had about 15 years. Yeah, my BSA Lightning's the old one. I've had that for about maybe 20 years. It still looks quite new. I was going to go and get it for you then, but I can't, can I? Can't get guns on live streams. I might get the stream shut down. I was going to show you it for a second then. Fred said, I haven't shot a gun for days. I'm getting annoyed to keep hearing pigeons in the chimney. I'm Matt Spartan. You right, mate? He said, can you do jerk for the film club? 100% yes. One day I will, mate. I might do the next one soon. I've not been deliberately putting it off. I just haven't been in the mood for the film club. But yes, I like the jerk. It's an excellent film, isn't it? Oh man, yeah, I'll definitely do that, mate. The next one will be Legend. Then it'll be a TV series, like a 6-episode, half an hour English TV series, and then I'll rig it so as a comedy, and then we'll do the jerk. Yeah, I really like that. There's a couple of things I probably can't do for the video though. Probably deemed too offensive for YouTube videos nowadays. Yeah, it's good. I like that. Dick said, no, he's just talking to Carl there. It is a great movie, though, isn't it? Iron Man. Freddie said, I got the PR 9000. Came with a scope mount, pump, 500 pellets for £3. The gun is about 220. That's all right, isn't it? Kev said, how much for squirrel balls? Don't know. Never ate squirrel balls. I've hit a squirrel's heart before, though. A boiled squirrel heart. It make you laugh. A squirrel is harder to skin than a rabbit. Squirrels are really hard to get their fucking skin off, you know. Rabbit comes off like nothing. Nakari, you right? Yep, squirrel nuts. That's what he was on about. I have a problem. It is I keep shooting low even though I change the scope. So I think the brown is fixing. I suppose it's got to be something like that in it, or the scope's funny. Carl said, Dick, I'm confused because everyone says crossbows are more powerful. And as some have said, they can't and can hardly cock the crossbows. Yeah, I think, no, I don't know 100%, but I think a sort of £50 bow would be as powerful as a £150 crossbow. But it's because the bow has a longer sort of draw, and so it has more energy for the arrow to be pushed, I suppose. You know, I suppose they're all different anyway. But you know what I mean? My £35 bow will shoot as good as a £100 crossbow or an £80 pistol crossbow. You know what I mean? I've eaten squirrel raggly, yeah. Biggest said, actually, crossbows have a much higher draw weight, which means it takes more strength to get the same power than a vertical bow. It just seems easier because you use both arms cocking it. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, rabbit's nice. I don't have rabbit for a while. Carl said that was in the 70s, 50p. Yeah, I bet you'd probably get a fiver for rabbits down now. I mounted, I think, a tartan thrower would look cool on the sofa. It might do. I can change that as well. That's just a fucking old bed sheet chucked on that. I could literally put anything on there. It's a black leather sofa underneath, but it's fucking disintegrated in the middle. Sofa bed. Just had a shower over Peach, nice one. And they said, I bought a Crossman Phantom 2.2 air rifle idea for small game and target shooting. Nice. I keep wanting to get my guns down to show you, but I can't. You'd have to ask me to show you on a different video. I don't want to see anything. It's weird. I can show you this. This ain't the one, is it? But you can get those, the broadhead. The broadhead, the sort of triple-bladed broadhead fits in these. But that's the quivers I make if anyone ever wanted one. But just to show you, you can get a quiver, the handle, and the light on these. Yeah, I might have to. As I said, I could put any colour on there as well. Iron Man. I might change it to red soon. John, you all right, mate? he said, no, Iron Man said sofa beds are heavy as fuck. I used to be in removals. Yeah, they are heavy. And they're a bit weird because they're handy. A sofa bed's handy because it's a sofa bed. You can sit on it and you can sleep on it. But the sofas are never as good as a real sofa, and the bed is never as good as a real bed. But I suppose they're a compromise, aren't they? It's the best of both worlds, but not as good as both. Saeed, why are you writing letter T? Brad Lawson said you can't get enough adjustment on the scope to get centered. Could the scope rings? Yeah, maybe the scope rings are too high or too low. Anna said if you want to make money, get down the canal and get some crayfish out. Nice. Yeah, that's a good idea. Fred said I cut the cut open on the back of a squirrel, pull back, and I don't sell the fowls. I get pigeon heart. I sell it for 25p each, but no one buys the hearts, so I eat them. I can't bother the gut. Because the vertical bows are always going to be better for shit at the fan because it's so much lighter than a big bulky crossbow. Even better of a recurve since compounds are heavier shit. Yes, you're right there. Crossbows are, I think they're a bit more easy to use for a layman, but yeah, all round the bow is a bit more sort of convenient. You know what I mean? Video bows, I need a lower power prod for my Jaguar 175, maybe 120. I did see a couple of websites recently had some of those in stock as well, the 121, but I can't remember what it was now. Carl said I'm stuck indoors, so the CP99 is getting some use. Yeah, I bet it is. There's a couple of your videos I need to watch actually. A little bit behind on my videos. Franny said I haven't had a rabbit for a good 6 months. The first rabbit I shot was on Easter. Funny, put it on a barbecue and had it for lunch. Ted said biggest, but crossbows are easier to aim with. Bows take training. That's the thing. I think a crossbow is easier to use for a layman. But yeah, the inexperienced. Yes, like the stream, everyone, please. I will stay on late, by the way. Just letting Tim and that have a conversation. If people at each other, I'll just let them have a chat. I don't need to read theirs out. Friend said maybe it's a sign that fell apart and I put it back together. Possibly. Bigger said you can just add a laser sight to your bow and a sight. Well, the thing is, there's a lot of differences with the releases to bows. If you don't know how to release a bow, that can make a hell of a difference to where the fucking, you've got to be exactly the same every time. I've got bows and I shoot bows and I'm not very good with them. Whereas a crossbow, as long as the sights are done right. I said, I'm doing a vlog, mate. Just my own ramblings on. I've watched half of them because I've been commenting on them. I think I've missed your last 2 videos. So, Mackay said, crossbows are cooler than bows. I think it's because they're like guns, aren't they? It's more like shooting a gun, isn't it? Dick said, Kyle, I can shoot 15 hours, give or take in a minute. Beat that with a crossbow. I only shoot 40 to 45 bows, though, but still. He said, everyone kept telling me I shot the Easter Bunny, but it was a small one, and it had no chocolate. Fuck's sake. So yeah, there's me Tomcat 2. Here's my redback. I'll get that bastard down. That's just got a 4 quiver, but the torch I got on that one's a bit big, so I've had to put a 4 bolt holder, but it holds these ones. So if you've got the existing quivers, if you bought these ones off me, they will fit in it. But I have them set up like that just to prove you can get that many things on. You can change them around. You can have the handle at the back and the, but you can get those 3 things on them crossbows. Dick said, what do rabbits have to do with Passover again? I ain't got a fucking clue, mate. Kev said, we have 2 fat pigeons that land in my garden every day. They're going in the pot if the shit is a fan. My HW95K in 2-2 is ready for them. That's what I said to my relatives. I said, if it gets down to it, I'll be all right. I'll just shoot the fucking 20 fucking pigeons we have around here and eat them. I won't be starving. Bigger said, what about draw lock? It's the best of both worlds. Vertical bow that holds the arrow and you press a hair trigger like a crossbow. Good point. Yeah, I've never done that, but yeah, that is a good point. Video base said, need to get a minigun to mount on the front of your electric scooter. After I'll get it. See what I can do. Yeah, nice one. I've always wanted to make a replica minigun, but I don't know if you'd get done for doing that shit nowadays, even if it was a replica. It wouldn't be working. It would just be, something that looks like a minigun, but no working, make it out of wood or something. Wouldn't just metal pipes. But I bet you'd probably get done for it now. Fred said, shoot it when it was running in and out. 300-ton pile of off-cut stone from my granddad's work. They love hiding under there. What's that, rabbits? Carl said, any weapon system that you shoot requires the same marksmanship principles. Yeah, you're right there. You are right. It's just some have more involved, don't they? As I said, with bows, it's still the same aiming, isn't it? As you say, in marksmanship principles, but you have to you have extra things to concentrate because you've got to make sure you're having the string and the hold exactly the same and the release the same. But yeah, I totally agree with you there. Essentially, they're all the same, aren't they? Dick said, Easter is a pagan fertility goddess, hence the eggs and rabbits, as both are fertility symbols. It's not Jewish, it's a pagan counterfeit. Judaism is older than the Celtic paganism, though. I'll be honest, mate, I've got no idea about religion. I don't really talk about religion on here. Ricardo said, if you wasn't threatening anyone with it, you'd probably be okay making a replica. I'll look into it one day, but I've always wanted to make a replica minigun. Won't be difficult. Yeah, if it's a movie prop or something, I'll have to look into it. But as you say, yeah, if it just stayed at home, it's just because the thing about you're not allowed to buy like modern replicas now, so you might not even be able to make one. Bigger said, will the instant legless adder system of bow crossbow be the standard soon? Maybe in a few years. I don't know, because in all honesty, in the 1970s, there actually was they sent the instant legless, but in the 1970s, there was crossbows that had magazines. You could buy them. And there used to be air rifles that had magazines, break barrels that had magazines. And they was a fad and they just disappeared. And then 20, 30 years later, they come back like they're new, but they're not new at all. They've actually been around. So I don't know. I'm not saying that they won't, but you never know. They might just disappear back into the ether, or people might really love them. And you know what I mean? Freddie said every weapon is equal. Shotgun, you have a spread pattern, but you have the lead of an air gun, start at, but only one pellet. No, I get what you mean though. Yeah, they all do their own sort of thing, don't they? Equal in their own way. Weird fucking trolls. Oh, fucking sad bastard. Did you not see that? Tim did. Oh, fucking sad cunt. Dad said I had quite a few miniguns. They're from Action Man. sake. Really, I think it's because most people want bows and crossbows to be simplistic, like bolt action. I get you there. But yeah, they used to have there used to be a crossbow magazine on it, yeah, and it sort of came and went. So that's not actually new. So I said marksmanship principles 1, the position and hold must be firm enough to support the weapon. Well, there you go. Feedback is strange. It's just some bloke who's really, really, really determined to try and fucking stalk me, it seems. You know what I mean? Or troll me. Even to the point where the sad bastard actually sent me a message saying that they would pay to be unblocked. Thing is, they could just make a new account, not called Childline Support, come back on the channel, and I would never know, and they would be perfectly welcome. But that's how you know they're just sad, pathetic cunts, because they've got to keep coming back with the same thing just to try and piss people off. Never. Freddie said, you're not singing anymore because Mike banned you. Exactly. Yeah, the old twat warning. I was like that. Thing is, because they could be perfectly welcoming and have a good laugh with us. Survivor said break barrel air rifle still popular. But yeah, I don't know. You never know. The instant legless and the other thing may take off massively, and yeah, may become the new standard. But I don't know. It's too hard for me to say. Carl said, number 2, the weapon must point naturally at the target without any undue physical effort. Again, as you say, that could cover a bow, crossbow, gun. Dick said, are slings any good? Shepherd slings. Never used one, mate, so I don't really know. Except I said he's back, had a quick soak in the bath. Missed anything interesting. Couple of trolls. I had to go back twice, but I'm back now. At one point, I disappeared with a gun. It said Michael's gay stalker troll. I think so. He even started messaging me on Twitter at one point, emailing me. But if you want to come back, make a new account. Don't ever mention the old one, and I would never know, would I? That's what an intelligent person would do. A thick fucking bastard, though, would keep coming back with the same account and getting blocked instantly. You know, I think someone with a fucking 30 IQ would know not to fucking, how to get around it. Stupid fucking cunts. Carl said 3, eye alignment must be correct at all times. Again, as you said, that would cover all of them. Bigger said, wish I had George's full auto crossbow that can fire 300, 400 RPM. It had a 40 bolt magazine. What one was that? Was that the elastic powered one? Carl said, the shot must be released and followed through without disturbing the position. Nice. Again, as you say, that could cover all of it. Cheers, Freddie. He's gone. We won't mention him again. Problem is talking about exactly what they want, isn't it? Dick said, crossbow forces you to take your eyes off the target when you reload. You're asking for trouble when you do that without cover. Well, as we say, all of these things have their upsides and downsides, don't they? Fancy that was singing till the end. Nice. Bigger said, nah, it was the newest one. It uses £130 crossbow limb. I think it's a video he uploaded. Oh, I must have missed that. Oh, I'll have to check that out. I must have missed that one. Yeah, I must have missed that. I'll check that one out then, Biggest. All right. I'll look it up tomorrow. Carl said, yeah, I blast off like a loony with my CP99 pistol. That's it, and you got to have a bit of fun, ain't you? Can't stick to the rules all the time. Ted said, Dick Orange, good point. Crossbows can be used lying down in cover. Akari said, when you want till 11:30, maybe 12. I ain't got nothing to do tonight. We'll see. At least 11:30, I'd say. Have a nice long one tonight. As I had to stop yesterday. And I've probably missed. How long have I been away? At least 15 minutes of the stream, wasn't it? Freddie said, bye all. Have a nice. Where's that gone? Have a nice something. Oh, COVID free. Did you write that like that, or did you put the stars, or did that was that YouTube done that? Yeah, have a COVID free day, Corona free day. It's not COVID, it's COVID, and that's Carl. Keep writing COVID on his now. I'm saying it. Corona. Have a nice Corona free day, and hope you enjoy it. Hope the cunt doesn't ruin it. Nah, I'm all right, mate. I'm all right. He won't ruin it. Oh, I just wondered because you never know with YouTube. You know what I mean? They do some strange things. Good night, Freddie. All right, Biggest. Let's have a quick look now. I'll tell you. I may have actually watched that. Oh no, I haven't. Oh nice. Oh yeah, fucking mad thing, isn't it? Yeah. How does that cock then? Is it motors or something? Oh, annoying. I knew you meant annoying anyway. I think I read it as that as well. Split personality going mad already, been stuck indoors. Carl said, what are people's opinions in those mini bows and crossbows? And them takedown ones. What do you mean mini? Well, like the really small little mini ones. A cordless drill cock and bow. Nice, all right. I'm not sure, Kyle, in all honesty. Good night, Freddie. Dixon Kyle takedown bows are almost always heavier than regular bows. Yeah, I've not watched that video. I guess I'll have to look at that one. Yeah, we'll have to see in the future what happens with all these things, because I must admit, George does do some very innovative things. Whether more manufacturers will start copying them and doing it, because he does it deliberately so anyone can copy it, don't he? But not a lot of companies have took the things up yet, have they? Hopefully more companies will copy it, because he allows that, don't he? And make these things more popular, get them more around, and then they might be. It all depends whether users find them. I think a lot of George's stuff is more aimed at people like us, the sort of without putting it sounding dodgy, but a lot of George's stuff is aimed at the sort of people who want to protect themselves, not hunters. But a lot of things aren't sold as self-defense items. You know what I mean? But yeah, we'll have to see, won't we, down the line? But the guy said the dead are rising. Hey, said I, mate, bought an ex-police stab vest last night. Should be coming to a nice one. Yeah, don't blame me, mate. Well worth owning. Carl said George has had some, and there was a vertical bow, looked pretty small. Oh, I think I know what you mean, yeah. So I said, so we've seen smoker and spitter zombies. Where's the wit in the tank? Better not drink too much fucking water. It makes my fucking throat drier. Who was saying about that helmet looking a bit like the Mandalorian helmet? Because I may actually put something on the front of that to make it look like it. Fighting Well said his crossbow magazines are really good. He's a very clever man. Yeah. Well, as I say, a lot of that stuff's not actually new. Someone else invented that before George, and then in the 70s, there actually was a crossbow that had a magazine. But yeah, George is sort of evolving things and sort of perfecting them. A lot of his stuff is new, though. So I've said, do we all have to run for Chopper at some point? Like, where's the escape zone? Bigger said he sells a 2-shot harpoon airgun pistol for sharks because it has a loophole around the German law, so it doesn't get regulated like the regular one. Nice, very clever. Macari said, does Kevlar go out of date, or is that just a myth? From the stuff I've seen, a lot of the out of date on it is if it's worn for 10 years. Potentially where it folds, you can get weak points there. But I've seen people test like 10-year-old worn everyday vests, shoot them, and they work perfectly. I think it's more of a health and safety thing. After 10 years, they can't guarantee it will definitely stop it, so they have to take it out of service. John says it looks exactly like the Mandalorian helmet. Yeah, that's a right helmet with a visor, but I might put something on the front of that. I think that'd look quite good, wouldn't it? Kevin says, if you're out and about, keep watching people. They're not at the crazy stage yet. Stay safe, fellow. I don't go out, to be honest. I don't need to, so I'm all right. John said, have you seen Dyneema ballistic and stab-proof armour? No, I don't think so. Hang on, let me look it up quickly. I got some good body armour down there, though. Carl said to Dick, do you get takedown bows and crossbows, and how small can they get? And horse bows, aren't they big? Dad said, Kevin Watts, I've been at a crazy stage for at least 4 decades. So he said. Yeah, I would always, not just in this day and age, I think it's always worth owning body armour. I'll eventually, when I get the money, set up a full. I want to set up like a full, easy access sort of riot armor setup that anyone could get and not be expensive. Because you can buy riot armor, but it's quite expensive or it's hard to get. I want to make some or a set of stuff from easy to find stuff. You off, dear love. See you later, mate. Good having you on. Good night. Carl said I acquired a £60 Hoyt compound bow. I could not draw it to start with, so I took it to bits and lubed it. I can draw it now. Fired at a cardboard pellet trap, went straight through into the door. Bet it fucking did. Yeah, £60 compound bow. That's a decent bit of fucking power in that. Yeah. I tried to shoot one of my cousin's £50 fucking bows once, but where it was so big, the full draw of it was like passed behind my head, so I couldn't physically do it. It was for like, it must have been someone with very fucking long arms, I'll tell you. Because cutting boards make good armor. It's meant for cutting. Me and Video Base have made videos on that. Yeah, I've got videos on chopping board armor. But yeah, you're right. It is. It's good for that. I think me and Peach came up with that idea. Who knows? I don't know. It may have been around for years, but me and Peach, I think, was the first two to put videos online about that. I think. I may be wrong. First one I knew about, anyway. So I said, let's face it, as I always say, Looking at the world today, insanity is the only sane reaction. Carl said, I'm not into bows, but fuck this would kill. Yeah, I'm not massively into bows either, but yeah, a decent bow's worth having. I may be completely wrong on the cutting board thing, but yeah. But me and Peach did a video about that. Video bow said, really out of energy today. We'll have to get some G Fuel for my work drink tomorrow. That should help. G Fuel or anything like that, the powder form is perfect for MRE drinks. Nice one. John said, what are your ideas for right armour? What materials would it be made from? Well, I did think about making some from Kydex. Kydex can form around your body. You can get like 3mm Kydex that you can form around your body for different parts. Kydex with a mouse mat underneath as the padding, and maybe a little bit of aluminium on the top for protection. But I did also look at cheap motorbike armor, stuff like that. All depends what's cheaper. If the Kydex is cheaper, really basically, yeah, add some foam inside. Yeah, that'd be good. Yeah, definitely be foam. Then the Kydex, 3mm Kydex. Because you got to remember, riot armor is not to stop bullets and knives and shit. Really, riot armor is more for sticks, rocks, and shit like that. Riot armor ain't made for stopping bullets and knives. You need different armor for that. Yeah, but riot armor is to protect you from stuff being thrown at you and stuff like that. Fighting Well said, you can make good lightweight armor with a good saw blade. Just grind the teeth off, stick it on the plate carrier. Bob's uncle. Nice one. Carl said, would love to see some homemade armor, Mike. Annoying how hard it is to get right armor and cheap stuff too. Liam was lucky to get his. Yeah, he was, wasn't he? Tim said, I'd like to see you make some Kydex armor. I definitely will one day. Bingo said, ABS plastic motorcycle gear makes good armor. That's exactly what I was looking at, because Makai said, what about thin metal plates? Potentially, but it'll be harder to mould it round your arms or your legs. Do you know what I mean? See, with the Kydex, you can, an aluminium will stop, some knives. It will definitely stop a slash. So with the Kydex, the Kydex, I noticed, would stop. If you Kydex would it's not that powerful, but it'd stop a full power air rifle. Dick said, I've read a story of a soldier in Iraq who used a frying pan in for his armour. Red Soldier. You right, mate? Said, is that a Famouson law? No, it's not. But don't be disappointed, because no one's ever guessed that gun right yet. I've had loads and loads and loads of people ask me what that gun is, and they've never been right. That is a Chinese model Type 86S bullpup rifle. It's basically a modified AKM. John said, would this be a product that you plan to manufacture? I hadn't any plans to, but if it was easy to do, maybe. John said, aluminium is great for stab protection. Dick said, Carl, I just checked Carl. Tim said, there was loads of riot armour on eBay 6 months ago when I looked. Last night, most of the British riot armour was in Lithuania. Yeah, there's nothing now, is there? Yeah, make some Ned Kelly armour, exactly. Bigger said, you can't buy ceramic plate armour in the UK. Yeah, no, you can. You can buy pretty much anything over here. Yeah, you can get metal, you can get the steel plates for your plate carriers. Yeah, you can buy all the plates and that over here. You can buy any armour over here. Fighting Wolves with bullpup, that's it. Chinese model 86S bullpup rifle. Victor Kyle, and yeah, takedown bows are a thing. Yeah, WS94's got one. Got a takedown bow. Actually, I've got a takedown bow. Homemade one. Take down in half. There's a don't forget you really need padding under armour. It'll chafe something wicked otherwise. Yeah. Well, that's what I said. I would have mouse pad padding under. Really best. I love watching videos of confiscated guns from Iraq and similar places. Funny seeing flintlocks being still used to this day. Yeah, that's the thing. It still does it though, doesn't it? Still does the job, I suppose, if that's all you got. If you lived in somewhere like that, and all I could get was a flintlock, I'd be fucking better than nothing in it. Bigger said, is it legal to wear Kevlar in public under your clothes? I'm pretty sure it is legal. Yeah, it's perfectly legal. Yeah. I know the police can be twats about it though, but no, they can't actually do anything about it legally. Fighting Welsh said, right, didn't know the model, just knew because of the butt and the mag placement. Yeah, that's it. It's a bullpup, isn't it? Because the magazine's behind the handle. Yeah, this is the name of it. Actually, quite a rare gun. I think there was only 2,000 imported to America, and then they banned them. What's everyone got planned for tomorrow? I'm slightly tired now. I may go off at about past. I'll go on for a little bit later than past. But I've just suddenly started feeling quite tired then. I've still got all this shit to fucking tidy up. That's the only thing with these fucking live streams. Fuck about. Most of the videos you find will be mine. I think you'll find my videos and maybe 2 others. Fun with guns, right, mate? I'm only going to go about 5 more minutes, but good seeing you on. Nick said I take down bows. I think takedown bows come in all sizes. So a Turkish takedown bow, it's only 112 centimeters long. Really basic. Looks like you've got the butt pad part under the stock from Uzi. Well, on that, yeah, I think it does have a similar look. Carl said we had a big vest with a plate in the front that we wore under combats when I served in Northern Ireland, but the thing was horrible to wear all day. Yeah, when was that, Carl? What era was that? Because I bet they was a lot bigger and heavier in your day, weren't they? Would that been like the 80s or something, or earlier than that? Then said in medieval times they used gambesons, a thick padded jacket, as armour. They were good against slashes and stabs. That's where the stiletto came into being. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, my armour, I'd probably design it to go over your clothes anyway. 85, yeah, I bet it was a lot bulkier and heavier in them days, wasn't it? Would it have been Kevlar? Would it have been like that ballistic nylon stuff in them days? I don't know. Might have been something else even, I don't know. The dude PX said, need to step out for a bit. You guys discussed the best pandemic outbreak movie. Not yet. Go on, you start us off. And Final Gun said, do good, man. I'm all right, actually. I'm all right. Yeah. Kyle said, are the old flak jackets any good? Saw some can stop bullets. I think they're all right for certain things. The thing is, they're good for what they're designed for. A lot of that stuff, and it all depends what you want to wear it for. It'll stop, shrapnel and that. But and the same with standard Kevlar. A standard Kevlar vest won't stop a knife. To stop a knife, a vest has to have stab protection because knives can go straight through the Kevlar. The Kevlar can stop a bullet, but it can't stop a knife. You have to have dedicated stab added to it. So it all depends what you want to wear them, what you want them for, but it will do its job for what it is. Carl said, yeah, it was 85 to 87. Yeah, Kevlar, still wore a beret. Nice. Igor said, I would rather get Kevlar. It's much lighter than flak jacket was mostly used for fragmentation. That's the thing. It's good for that, but that's, it's good for what it's designed for. But again, there's better stuff nowadays, isn't there? Did I say what's everyone doing tomorrow? I don't know what I'm doing tomorrow. Get up early, do a bit of fucking pissing around. Might do a video. Might do a date. I might do a daytime live stream. I'll have a think about that. Also, I've got a fucking plan in April the 1st video, ain't I? It's coming up soon, isn't it? Or ain't it? Yeah, it is. 28 days later, Resident Evil. Yeah, like them. To Outbreak, I've not seen. You're at work tomorrow, have you, Pete? Nightmare, innit? Can't get a fucking day off, even if you want one. They put you on more days as well, ain't they? Gifted bulletin. Might go camping in my garden tomorrow. Lockdown life is shit. Yeah, it certainly is. Especially if you're not used to it. So it don't bother me too much. Oh yeah, the clocks get fucked tonight. What is it, forward or back? Makes no difference to me anyway. I still wake up early when I want to. Kind of gone to an Outbreak is old school, early 90s. Well, I might have watched that. That's not the one on the boat, is it? What's that one on a boat? Carl said the vest was heavy material, only plate was new. Bigger said, if you don't want to wear armour, where people can see it, just attach it to the inside of your backpack. Flip it to your test when it's shit. Me and Peter, I've done videos on that as well. Yeah, I know what you mean though. Yeah, that's a good point. You can buy you can buy a single panel of stab and bullet protection for like 20 quid or 15 quid on eBay. You can even cut it to size if you wanted to. Slip that in a backpack, as you say, and you can put that on your front and have it like a makeshift bulletproof vest, stab-proof vest. Just make sure you got it the right way around. Shaun of the Dead, I like that. Zombieland, I've never seen. Carl said it's weird how Kevlar can stop a bullet but not a knife. How much can you get a good Kevlar vest for? Again, it all depends if you want them second hand or not. Second hand, 60 quid for a full vest and carrier. I don't know about new. My new one down there, the one that I bought brand new, custom fit to me, cost me 600 quid when I was working. Yeah, a lot of money. But because it's brand new, you see. But I've seen Tumbo get a broadhead like that, chuck it at a Kevlar vest like a dart, and it went through it. So that's how easily the right tip can go through Kevlar. But with the right stab protection, even a £175 crossbow, it will only get through by about 10 millimeters. Everybody said, yeah, I could do that with a panel. I just need bigger backpack for it. Oh, yeah, you did a video, didn't you? John said, just a side note, if you're making torso armor with aluminium, make the armor flat. If you want to make armor to take a hit, if the armor is made to deflect hits, it will deflect into your side. All right. I probably wasn't going to do torso armor because it's going to be like poor man stuff. Be honest, for the armor, the body armor, your best bet is getting cheap old police armor for your body. But for the rest, I could make it because you can't easily buy it. Good point, John. Video said leather armor is not great, mostly fantasy and expensive and a bitch to work with. Fan of Gun said, is it legal to make your own armor with steel plates? No, I don't think so. No, that's got no issue with that over here. No. Dick said leather armor has to be made from very stiff, thick leather, like from a bull or something. I think really good. Carl said my battalion was the last to have the SLR because we were still in Northern Ireland. Back in the UK, issued with them with the first SA-80. They were crap. Oh, nice one, Carl. Yeah. Yeah. So you was sort of the transition period then, yeah. Carl said I thought leather armor was okay. Did you get leather right armor? Didn't you get leather right armor? I'm not sure. Again, right armor, as I say, is mostly to protect you from like sticks and stones and shit like that, isn't it? And I would imagine leather armor would be reasonably good at that. You know, it's going to be as good as plastic armor, isn't it? Which, you know, Don said, random question: if you had £1 million, what would you do with it? Probably buy a house, a decent sized garden. Off the top of my head, yeah. So I said, is leather good against air rifles? Never tested it. I've never tested it. Pete said, give something, mate. Oh, I'll chuck you a few quid. Pete, might chuck you a few quid for supporting me all these years. Probably buy a house with a nice bit of nice big garden. Might have about 500 grand left after that, and I could do up the best fucking gun fucking room you could ever fucking get. But if I won like loads and loads, you know, like 10 million quid, one thing I would like to do to make you laugh, I would like to give a bloke called Matthew Holness, I'd like to offer him £1 million to do a new series of Garth Marenghi's Dark Place. Fighting Welsh said, can you get police shields? You can get, yes, you can. Yeah, you can get the cheap. You can, but they seem to be all sold out at the minute. Carl said, went to Kenya and the Mozzie repellent was melting plastic on the SA-80. They have a lot better now. They are a lot better now. Like I say, it's terrible, isn't it? I know they had a hell of a lot of issues, didn't they, in the old days when they first brought them out. Billy Bay said what you could do is buy a few houses in a row and make a weapon collector community. Is it? I was going to say something terrible then. So there ain't many of you who want to live next to. Nah, joking. Sound terrible, don't I? Joking. I'm still on. Said you the bomb. No, you the bomb. In the US, a pair of compliments in the Middle Eastern argument. Beer Black said, use your frigid armor. Just duct tape it to your body. Exactly. Or anything like that. You could call it a castle. Exactly survive. Reading 3640 Studios. He said, call me Castle. He's an epic gamer. Is he? Good for him. Fun of Guns said, can you still go to the store? What's still open if so? We're allowed to go to the store like once a day if we want to go shopping. You can go to your sort of your chemist, like your pharmacy, and your shopping centres. And I think some DIY stores are still open because Peter's video base is being made to go to work. Don't want it. Man Spartan said, I should have dug that bunker years ago. Thought I had all the time in the world, and bang, the apocalypse is here. Exactly. That's something I would like to do. Buy a house with a nice big garden, put a fucking bunker down the bottom of the garden. Definitely. Yeah, I'd do that. Bristol said, just made some semolina, my favourite. Nice. I ain't had that for probably, well, God knows how long. Survive said, all my prepping was bushcraft fishing and bugging out, so basically a backpack. I've put the tip back on the Warhammer. That's ready to go again. Been buried in Zombat's head. You can see a bit of his green skin on the end. So I was unprepared for having to stay in this long. That's it, yeah. A lot of us was all preparing to bug out, and they were all fucking forced to bug in. No fucking choice. Just digging into our bug out bags for our fucking rations. Nate said the pot stores are mostly closed, but I found one today. Nice. Yeah, I know someone who's having that issue. When I've gone to that's a zombie crusher for sure. It certainly is, mate. So I've said all the homestead and off-grid stuff is really what we needed. Yeah, exactly. I'm asked Barton, Mike, if I made a bunker, I would have a solar and turbine powered one. Same here, mate. So I'll definitely do something like that. Bigger said Warhammer more like War Tenderizer. Yeah, exactly. Really basically that shot of Zombert's nose must have stung. That was a good shot, wasn't it? I was actually aiming for his mouth, so I technically missed. Yeah. I wanted to hit him straight in the mouth because he was fucking coughing on me. But yeah, got a nose shot just as good. Stop him sneezing instead. Carl said, have been bored today. Got the PS2 out playing Resident Evil Outbreak. Nice one. I've still got that and a PS2. I'm stuck in the train station. Do I need that spray to get down the tunnel? Oh, you know what, Carl? It's been so fucking long, I can't bloody remember now. But I've got that. I've got that down there under my sofa. Oh, I'll have to try and remember for you. I like that game, though. Hopefully, yeah. If not, look online. Bristol said honey and peaches and nutmeg. That's something about the semolina. I think John said funny how it's that shit. It's the fan. The pepper seemed fairly reasonable. Exactly. That's it, isn't it? Fan of Gun says the only politician I trust in here in America lives completely off grid. Yeah, there you go. Says it all, doesn't it? Simple said I'd love to go off grid as soon as I can. Don't blame you, mate. Nah, I'm all right, Bristol. I've decided to not let that happen anymore because people can't help it. They always talk about food. It don't bother me now. It's one of those things. It can't be helped. Every time people want to talk, it always comes up. So I've decided to be the bigger person. It's my problem, not yours. Bigger said, Amish are the ultimate preppers. Yes, exactly. Military collectibles in Belgium said, what bayonet is your favourite? Hello, by the way. Yeah, the AKM bayonet is my favourite because it's the only one I've got. And behind these sheets are exactly what you can see, if you wondered. I have to cover them up for the live streams. If you're new to the channel, military. So I've said crash course in gardening and old school cooking. Yeah, now old school cooking, I'm fine at. Well, I'm gardening, but there are some intricacies to gardening though that that do, if you know them, does help. Don said 1 million was far too low to ask. What about 100 million instead? What, on the lottery? Yeah, fuck knows. Iron Man said, if I can't get nookie and drink milk, eat cookies. One of Gun said, the best two things the virus has produced are more preppers and people being self-reliant. Yeah, exactly, mate. Military said, I like the Belgian bayonets. I'll tell you what, I like a lot of bayonets, but in the old days, when I don't buy a lot of stuff now, I make more stuff than I buy. When I used to buy loads of stuff, I never used to buy bayonets because I used to think they was old, crappy things. Nowadays, I know that those old bayonets are probably better than anything you could buy nowadays. I didn't realise that at the time. I wanted new things. I didn't want old things. So yeah, I've only got one bayonet. There's loads I'd like though. Too expensive for me nowadays though. Carl said, fucking prepper outbreak for bog roll. Yeah, exactly. Fuck's sake. Yeah. We've always got a decent supply of bog roll, and because we've had people in the house lately, I've been able to hide it to make itself look like we're not fucking hoarding fucking bog roll, because we're not. We just always have loads of bog roll. It's just how we live, because we do our shopping like once a month. We do a big shop once a month, so we've always got like a month's worth of bog roll, which makes it look like you're hoarding it. So I've been hiding the fucking stuff so it doesn't look like it. I don't want people judging me. I certainly wasn't a bog roll hoarder. But if you came around my house, it looks like I am. Survive said, I never had to make my own yeast before. That's proper back to basics. Yeah, see, that's. I would like to know how to do that. I've never done it. But yeah, that's proper. You're right. That's proper back to basics and old school sort of. Yeah. Iron Man said, imagine being stuck in a bunker with someone who drives you mad and eats all the rations when you're asleep. I think that'd be hard work not to fucking kill him, I think, Iron Man, in all honesty. You'd struggle, wouldn't you? You'd fucking struggle, I think. Fighting Marsh is my luck. If I did the lottery, I'd win. It's probably the end of the world. I couldn't fucking spend it. 100 guns, that's every woman in the world. Bigger said, some people have been saying to get at least 10% of your net worth in gold and silver because the dollar is supposedly going to be worthless. Baked Potato says, still going, man. I'm back. Yeah, I'm still on for a bit. Actually, I didn't know it was quarter to fucking 12. I'll probably stay on till 12 and then I better call it a night then. Yeah. I didn't realise it was quarter to 12. That's gone quick. I tell I'm having a good laugh if I don't realise what time it is. Video boy said, cutting wire with an AK and bayonet is lovely. Never done it. The closest I've done it is with one of these. If I can get it out. Without fucking up the internet. This might be worth a bit of money nowadays, seeing as it's still boxed. That's got a wire cutter on it. Although saying that this would be worth money, it's probably not a fucking good model anyway, you know what I mean? Carl said, good that people take us serious now. I'll get asked advice on things now. Ah, nice one. Yeah. That's good, isn't it, Carl? You went off, are you off, Carl? I'm going to stay on for a bit. I'll stay on till 12. Biff said, Michael, I wish I could send you a video of the bloke which caught a squirrel and wiped his butt with it. Fuck's sake. Yeah, try to. Email me. Fuck's sake. If you're off, Carl, good night, mate. Good having you on. Military said, I like the Lee Enfield bayonets. Fighting well, said the Bristol. That was probably to break its neck quick. Iron Man said, short bolt cutters are handy for urban survival. Yes, definitely. Nate said, catch a fish with a mousetrap. Anyway, so yeah, that's the knife with the slingshot. That's it, yeah. The slingshot, the harpoon. I'll be honest, I've modded mine. Not modded it, but or have I? Yeah. Not modded it, but I've put some stuff around there. I've got a paracord lanyard on it. I think there's some bank line under there. Oh, and I modded the little harpoon because the fucking thing was shit. It was unusable. And I think I added a load of stuff to the little I added some stuff in there. Some more stuff in there. But that's a very good concept, these knives. You know, if you know how to use them, they are all right. People say the hollow-handled survival knives are shit. You got to know their limitations. You do not batten with a hollow-handled knife. You know, you don't try and chop things with it. If you know its limitations, they're good knives. As with everything, you know, you need to know how to use things. Start trying to chop a tree down with one of them, you'll snap the blade off the handle, and then they say it's shit. But then it was never made for that. It'd be like trying to chop a tree down with an axe head on a plastic fucking pole, you know. That's realistic, catching a fish with a mousetrap. I suppose it would work as long as the fish went and bit the fucking stuff. It would catch it, wouldn't it? Yeah. Yeah, I'll stay on till 12 if I can. I may have to go off at any time if I get a phone call. Yeah. Oh, I missed that. Dick said, quick question. If your machete or whatever isn't very sharp anymore, will it still do the job for self-defense? I don't know. No, I imagine a machete being hit on a bit of flesh would still, even if it was reasonably blunt, would still cut and hurt. What are my thoughts on fairies? I don't know. They don't bother me. If that's what they want to do, that's what they want to do, and it's no different than any other fucking weird obsession. Fairies probably think people who collect guns are fucking weirdos. Don't bother me. I know there's plenty of people think fucking people who collect guns are nutters. So. Military Collectibles said, how many Japanese items do you have? I have a big Japanese collection. Just the one, I think. Is that Japanese sword or is it Chinese? Yeah, Japanese Type 32 Otsu sword, I think. That's it. Big said, would a spear gun be good for indoor self-defense? Its bows are too big. I've heard spear guns out of water aren't very good, but I've never tried them. But they might be reasonably good close up, but I don't know. My brother, Malk, JGR Survival, would know because he's actually had some. I've never had a spear gun though, so I don't know. Hundred Gun said all the anti-gunners in the US are gun owners now. Yeah, but they fucking are, aren't they? Nate said spear guns don't work out of water. There you go. Bristol said anything doing during the week? I'm definitely going to make a couple of things in the week. I want to make some kind of weapon in the week for a video. Don't know what yet though. If I can't think of anything, I'll get my bloody box of blades out. I'll get it out now and I'll show you what blades I've got to put handles on. I'll show you what I can do. So I'm going to put some, these need to be made into knives basically. Oh, shit, I got to clear up. Right, so I've got a scissor handle, a scissor blade to do a The Last of Us weapon. This blade. This one. That's the end of the sword. This. This one I might make into a little like Mora knife. All of those need to be turned into knives. So they all need handles. Yeah, Slim Toe, yeah, we're twins, yeah. And when we're the same weight, you know, I'm a bit heavier than Matt, and he works outdoors a lot more than me. But when we're the same weight, we are identical, really. It's just we're, you know, different different lifestyles, basically, have made us look slightly different. But we are identical, really. It's just, yeah. So, see anything interesting in there? Yeah, all of those blades need doing. You're an identical twins too, John. What's my favourite weapon of all time? Brass knuckles or knuckle dusters. Knuckle dusters is the proper name. The English name. Brass, knuckle dusters, mate, but they're illegal over here now. Tim said that curved one looks a bit funky. What are you thinking of? Cram bit? I'm not sure, Tim. if it's the one I'm thinking of, I may go traditional with that because it was curved on not the inside, but the inside wasn't sharp. The outside was, if that makes sense. I'll have to show them properly one day. Military said, "Have you visited the Belgian Military Museum yet in Brussels?" No, I haven't. Rebate said, "Nice to do a Tanto wrap on that last blank." Yeah, that'd be a good idea. I'm sure the curvy blade looks badass. Hello, mate, by the way. Zed said, the big black one would be great on an accent. Oh, you're right there. I'll tell you what I was planning with that one, Zed. Look, I'll show you the designs for that if you want, what I had planned. Now, I can change these at any time. Let me see if I can find the plans for that one. But I have got some of the plans drawn up. I'm just going to be off camera for a little bit, looking for some pieces of paper. But I have got an idea for that. I'm still here. But I think you're right. An axe handle head, an axe head's quite good. I'm still here. But I can't find the designs now. Oh, here it is. This is what I was planning to do with that black blade. And if I can pull this off, I think this would be well nice. Let's stay up there. I'll buy drill bits. Think of that. Who's off? You're off, Pete. Good night, mate. Good having you on. Cheers for modding, by the way. And cheers for everyone who's been modding tonight. I appreciate it. But yeah, I think your idea is good. But yeah, I thought that potentially, if I could pull it off. Genocide solution. Fucking what a name. Did I like change the subject? I'm presuming the broadheads you make fit a Tomcat 2.4 sight. Yes. Yep, they will. These will shoot out of any of the new pistol crossbows. Yeah, they shoot lovely out of these. I was shooting them today, actually. German daggers, I don't think I do. No. Not this one. That's what I would like to do with that black blade. I think that would be fucking nice. Look at that nice handle on that. I think that'd be lovely, wouldn't it? That's what I want to do with it. It's a full-size drawing as well. Can't show you, but if you see, like, there's your hand, there's my hand. I think that'd look right, wouldn't it? Let's see. Might do that one next time if I've got the stuff for it. Right, I tell you what, I better call it a night here now. It's nearly 12, isn't it? I think I had someone call me then. Yeah, that's been a really good evening. Actually, enjoyed that. What I'll do, I might wooden handles. I think so, Carl. Yeah, I thought I'd just design something really different. Yeah, someone is shouting me. Right, hang on a minute. I'm just coming down. Right, I've got to go. I'm needed downstairs. Right, so thank you for watching, everyone. I appreciate it. I will I'll see you tomorrow in the day, hopefully. Right, see you later. Thanks for watching, everyone. Good night. Cheers for watching. Don't forget to like before you go. See you later.